Bonjour chers téléspectateurs du monde entier, soyez les bienvenus sur French 101. Je m'appelle Monsieur Napoléon Bellinga Bodi pour ces programmes éducatifs. Viewers all over the world, you're welcome to French 101. I want you to take writing materials, call children, call everybody concerned, well wishers, and then sit down with the writing materials and then learn French. You'll understand and speak French for the program titled French 101. Bonjour. Here is a chance to learn French language on French 101. A, B, 3, 2, E. The R in French is known as the R, and the R can appear in words like règle, règle. Our T in French is thé. French 101. A TV programme to help you understand and speak French language. Plus de 220 millions de personnes dans le monde entier parlent le français. Et nous voulons que vous les rejoigniez. French 101. All right, the next thing in our list is the L. The L. A L does not make any difference between the English and the French. The L is L, both French and English. L is L. So let me say L. L. All right. The words like lion, not lion. So lion. Let me say lion. Lion. Again. Lion. Encore. Lion. I know somebody's writing there. Please write. Lion. Lion means what? The lion. Lion. So put the N there. Of course, when I say the UN there, the UN tells you that the word lion in French or lion in French is a masculine word or noun. Right? Un lion, un lion, un lion, un lion. Un lion means what? A lion, a lion. Un lion means what? A lion. That is un lion. That's what the hell can give to you. The hell can also give you something like lapin. Please, not lapin. Say lapin. Let me say lapin. 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 I want to say un now, together with lapin. I say what? Un lapin. Un lapin. Un lapin. And what is un lapin? Just as you can see there, un lapin is a rabbit. Un lapin is what? A rabbit, just as you see there. Un lapin. That's what the L can give to us. All right. The next letter is the M. And what is M? The M can give you words like maison, 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 maison. Now, putting the determinant there, of course, these things are called determinants. The UN and the UNE are known as the determinants. You know, some authors will call them articles, article indéfini. They are called indefinite articles in French. And some authors and authorities will call them the determinant, meaning the determinants. They tell you the gender of the word that is coming after them. All right, so this time is une. And une maison, meaning what? A house, a house, a house. And a house in French is what? Une maison, une maison, une maison. Let me hear you say, une maison. That's good. The next thing that N can also give to us is un mouton. Un mouton. Un mouton. Mouton. As you can see the mouton there. Un mouton. Un mouton. Un mouton. And un mouton is just on the board there, on the screen for you, un mouton. Oh, this is another wonderful thing that I love. Viewers there, you like this. The color. In fact, I like saying it when it's like this. And that is the N. And what the N can give us is nuage. Please pronounce it very well like me. Nuage. 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 Again, let me take it cool. Somebody is saying I'm too fast. Let me take it cool a little bit. Nuage. 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 So let's go. Un nuage. Un nuage. Un nuage. Un nuage, just as you can see there, is a cloud. A cloud. A cloud is what? Un nuage. Let me say again. Un nuage. Again. Un nuage. All right. That is a cloud. Un nuage. The N can give you some wonderful and beautiful things like nounours, 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 nounours. Let me hear you. Un nounours. Un nounours. Un nounours. I know my boys and girls out there will like this. This is a very wonderful, wonderful nounours I have here. Nounours. Let me say nounours. Un nounours. I'm sure somebody must have written un nounours. Un nounours, just like showing on the board. That's one noun or one thing, one word that you can see N appearing. And N is N, both French and English. The next thing there on the alphabet is the O. O is O. French or English, O is O. And you can see the O in words like oiseau, 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 oiseau. Let me hear you say oiseau. Again, oiseau. I'm not getting well. Say oiseau. Oiseau. Again, oiseau. Encore, oiseau. Okay, let's put the determinant there, or the article, the indefinite article, which is UN, to tell us the gender of oiseau. And oiseau, if you put the UN there, you have un oiseau. Let me hear you, un oiseau. Un oiseau. And un oiseau, just as you see on the board there, on the screen there, un oiseau is there for you. Beautiful oiseau. Un oiseau. Oiseau, very beautiful one here. Okay. The next thing that O can give again is orange. Oh, I like R when it's come to R. Anyway, R appears, it's celebrated word, letter. And so we're seeing O here, and O is appearing again on orange. Orange. Let me orange. 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 Now, let's go. Take it cool. With une now. Let me say une. Une. Une orange. Une orange. Une orange. Une orange. Mean was an orange. Une orange. Okay. A wonderful P has appeared here. Of course, P in French is known as what? The P. Because we talked about one common sound in the French alphabet, and we said that that sound is the A sound. The B, say, day, A, just A, the A-Y-A. Of course, in French, that sound is E with something on top. And that thing is called accent aigu. Anyway, with time, we're going to talk about that. But for now, just take the P known as what? Pay. Let me just say pay. Just like you want to pay somebody debt. You say pay. The moment you say pay, you have pronounced the word or the letter pay. Okay? And a P can be seen in words like perroquet, 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 perroquet. And what is a perroquet? Just as you see on the board there, or on the screen there, and perroquet is the parrot. Perroquet means what? A parrot. Un perroquet. Let me say, un perroquet. Again, un perroquet. Again, un perroquet. Please, I did not pronounce the T at the end. The T. The T is not pronounced. I only pronounce perroquet. Perroquet, which is spelled as what? As you know in your alphabet, you've learned the alphabet before, right? And so we spell it as what? P, E, R, R, O, Q, U, E, T. And that is un perroquet. And perroquet, just as you see there on the screen, is what? A parrot. Another thing that the Q, another thing is a Q. The Q is there. The Q can be seen in words like quatre. Of course, I say the Q in French is Q. 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 You make your mouth will take a long and projected shape, and you'll be able to pronounce it. Q. Q. Let me say Q. 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 Okay, that is the Q, and which is a K. The Q, sorry. And the Q can be seen in words like quatre. I love R when it comes. And R is pronounced as R. R. Please, that word there on the screen is quatre. You pretend as if you don't see the U there in your pronunciation. And so, pronounce quatre. Quatre. The U is silence and the E is silence. So, the U and the E, silence. They are all what? Quiet there. So, you pretend as if you are not seeing them, but they are there when you're writing it, but the oral, you don't pronounce them. So, the Q is silence and the last E is silence. So, you have what? Quatre. 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 Okay, that's it. Quatre. 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 1, 2, 3, 4. You remember? 4 is what? 4. So, 4. Again, 4. And 4 is what? 4. And that's what the Q can give to us. Bonjour. Here is a chance to learn French language on French 101. A, B, 3, 2, E. The R in French is known as the R. And the R can appear in words like règle, règle. Our T in French is T. French 101, a TV programme to help you understand and speak French language. Plus de 220 millions de personnes dans le monde entier parlent le français. Et nous voulons que vous les rejoigniez. French 101. Next one is the R. What's R? Oh, I love it. I love R. When it comes to R, like I told you, it's a celebrated letter in French. Please, learn how to pronounce R from your gullet, from the inside there. Of course, if you cannot, you speak like the African people or African like us, you know, it's an R. R is also accepted. But the best way to get a very good articulation, to get a very good tune in French, is if you're able to articulate it or pronounce it from the inside, R. Then your pronunciation and your tune will be very wonderful. And so I want to tell you that the R in French is known as the R. And the R can appear in words like règle, règle. Please do vibrate your vocal here. The moment your vocal is vibrated, you will get it very well. Let me say R, R. Okay, with the word there, we have règle, règle, règle. Règle. Encore. Règle. Okay, that's good. It's a practice. You're going to get there. All right. Put the une there to règle. You have what? Une règle. Une règle. Une règle. Let me say une règle. Une règle. Again. Une règle. The next thing, the next letter on my list is the S. And S is S. There's no difference between the S French, the S English. S is S. Okay? Let's go. So you can see the S in words like soleil. Soleil. Let me say soleil. 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 Okay? And I say le soleil. And what is soleil? Soleil means the sun. The sun. The sun, that is the soleil. Now, all this while, you'll be hearing un and une. Un and une. This time, you are seeing le, which is le. Le is pronounced le. Let me say le. Le soleil. And the le is the. Okay? I'm saying here, the sun. The sun in French is le soleil. Let me say le soleil. Encore, le soleil. Encore, le soleil. And what is le soleil? Le soleil means the sun. And I tell you, the LE here stands for the. If you remember with me again, I told you the UN stands for a. It could be a boy, a girl. Sometimes it turns to une. Une is when the noun is a feminine noun. You remember? That's a good one. I know you remember. All right. So this time, we are talking about le. Le is the the, the is also an article. And this article is known as a definite article, the sun. And what is the sun in French? The sun is le soleil. Let me say le soleil. Encore, Le soleil. I can hear somebody saying le soleil there. Le soleil. And le soleil is what? What's the meaning of le soleil? Oh, that's good. Le soleil means the sun. And that's what S can give to us. The next thing here on my list here of the alphabet is the T. And what do I told you about the T? I said the T is attached in its pronunciation, attached with A-Y. And that's A. So A attached to T. What do you have there? T. What do you have there? T. Say T. T. The T can be seen in words like telephone. Can you say telephone? Again, telephone. Now I want to add the N to the telephone. I will have what? Telephone. Please, That word is pronounced Please. It's not un. It's not un. It's not on. It's It's what? Telephone. Of course. Sometimes, I do tell people that, you see, the word one in French is Some people say on. No, it's not on. Sometime when I was a little boy, when I go home and my grandmom called me Napoleon, I say, in the village, that N there, I never knew I was pronouncing the word which is one in French. So look at it from that perspective. In French is one. Let me say and is what? One. Of course, we are here we are saying it's supposed to be one. Of course, the one in the language class is an or a. If somebody say give me 8,000 naira, it's the same as giving you 1,000 naira. So looking at it from that approach or that perspective, here is and telephone. Let me say telephone, telephone, telephone. That's what the T can give to us. What about the U there? And I told that the U is one thing that we must learn how to pronounce. And I said the U is pronounced as U. Pronounced as U. Let me say U. 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 Your mouth will be roundish. You put your mouth, it's project out and it's roundish. And that's when you can get the sound U. Let me say U. U. Please, in French, this letter, you must even, as your mouth is round, you don't just say U. Say U. U. Even if you cut short the pronunciation, this sound, you may not get it very well. Because that's what we call the parameter to the production of sound. The place of articulation, the manner of articulation. The manner is the shape of your mouth. And so, you see, the shape of your mouth, you must project it by saying U. Let me say again. U. U. I mean somebody saying U. Say no U. The sound is U. Let me say U. Again. U. That's good. Okay. Now the word U or the letter U can be seen in words like uniform, 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 and uniform. Let me say uniform, uniform. Okay, that's good. The next letter in our alphabet that we're going to talk about is the V. And how is the V? And the V is the same thing. The sound A will be attached invisibly to the V, and the V becomes V. Of course, if you attach A-Y to the V, V becomes V. 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 Let me say V. Again. V. Talk it slowly. V. V. That's a wonderful pronunciation of the V in French. However, we're going to see some words that the V, which is a V, will appear in French. And this V will appear in words like vache. Vache. Let me say vache. 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 Okay, let's put the une together with the vache. What do you have? Une vache. Une vache. Again, une vache. Une vache. The vache is an animal that gives you milk. produces milk. The milk you drink is produced from this animal, and that animal is called une vache. I will allow you with some homeworks. So, une vache. If you're going to think of what une vache is, please, with time, I want you to buy the French and English dictionary so that you can check up these words as you learn them, you check them and get their meanings, and then we'll proceed further. However, the next word is the W. And what is W in French? I want to say the W in French is pronounced the W. W. When something is double in French, we say that that thing is double. Is what? Double. Let me again. Double. Again. Double. You there. Pronounce it. Double. Okay, that's good. So the W in French is what is known as what? A W. So W is the word or the letter. We can say the W in words like wagon. Wagon or wagon is the W, and wagon, as you see on the screen there, is very clear. Wagon. So putting the N together with the wagon, we have word un wagon. Un wagon. Okay, the next thing is there, the X. And what is X? X in French is, somebody can remind me? Okay, that's good. I can hear somebody say X. Let me hear again. X encore. X encore. X. Okay, bravo. Applaudissez très fort. Thank you very much for that help. You ran that to me. I just heard you say X. And the X is what? The X. All right. You can see the X in words like what? Xylophone. 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 Okay. Putting the N together with xylophone, you have what? Un xylophone. Un xylophone. Okay. And that is a X for you. The next thing there is something I adore very well here. And that is the Y. That is the Y. And the Y, like I told you sometime when we're learning our alphabet, I told you that the Y is what again? Who can tell us the Y? The Y is one to go. Y. 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 I could spell Y. I-G-R-E-K. Y. How do we spell it? Yes, there. Can we spell it together there? How do you spell it? If you have another view, you can give us your opinion. But I'm spelling it from here because it's an Anglophone environment. So here we say the Y could be spelled I-G-R-E-K. That's a Y. And what's Y? What do we say that Y was all about? And the Y was what again? Okay? The Y. The Y is the Y. And you can see that if you attach the UN, which is a or an sometimes, and if I attach it, we say we have what? En yash. Of course, because you can see it in words like yash, 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 yash. So yash and en, you have what? En yash. You have what? En yash. That was a very wonderful one. Okay. On my list, which of course the last letter of the alphabet there is a Z. The Z in French is Z. It's the same thing. Same thing, the same thing, Z. Z is Z. And you can see Z in words like zebra, 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 zebra. And if I put the N together with the zebra, we have what? En zebra, en zebra. Un zebra. And what is un zebra? Of course, you have it out there on the screen. So you can say it to yourself. Un zebra. Bonjour. Here is a chance to learn French language on French 101. A, B, 3, 2, E. The R in French is known as the R. And the R can appear in words like règle, règle. Our T in French is T. French 101, a TV programme to help you understand and speak French language. Plus de 220 millions de personnes dans le monde entier parlent le français. Et nous voulons que vous les rejoigniez. French 101. Wow. I am sure that for those of us who are new to French language, you have learned one thing or the other on this program. I want to encourage you, get your French dictionaries, invite your friends, learning partners to this program. And I want to tell you that it is not difficult. I want you to be encouraged. Our packages are well loaded. We'll make sure we help you to learn French the way it ought to be. Merci bien, chers téléspectateurs de Monatier. Soyez les bienvenus sur ces programmes. Je suis sûr que vous avez vous bien amusé avec ces programmes French 101. Merci bien. Until I come your way, I remain Napoleon Bellinga Body. C'est mon nom. Merci bien. Et au revoir.